Seems like it's missing. I'm not sure why. The engine ran fine the last time I drove my Model A, so what the heck changed since then? Well, I did make some adjustments. The choke rod now turns freely. I removed the whole assembly just by removing this part here, and it freed up. So now I can adjust the choke inside by simply turning the knob. That shouldn't cause misfire though. Also, using a Q-tip, I carefully applied the synthetic grease to the distributor cam. I wouldn't think that caused the misfiring, but maybe in the process I bumped something or it was about to go bad. The tip of the rotor looks a little burned. The suggestion was to lightly sand it and just lightly sand each of the points. I'm going to use a strip of this 800 grit wet or dry sandpaper. Starting to come off. That looks a lot better. I also used some isopropyl alcohol on a Q-tip to clean this up, the contact point. I don't want to use sandpaper there. I don't think it's a good idea to scuff that stainless steel up, whatever it is. I lightly sanded the contact points in the distributor cap, and I even filed down the sharp edges of the contact points on the inside. I'm thinking though it's time to replace this. I don't think it's going to hurt anything. I have never replaced these spark plugs before, so that's the obvious first step. I gapped all 4 new spark plugs at 0.027 as specified in the Ford Model A instruction book. Now remove the old spark plugs, but first I'll screw off the 4 connectors. Can't remove them by hand, so it'll be a process. I'm going to leave them in the holes there so nothing falls in. Alrighty. This one's easier. So I don't want to mess that up. That's a spark advance. There. Another tight one. I have no idea how old these are, but they've been in here for some time. I sure hope the threads are okay. This one's really tough. Okay, now it's feeling loose. Yeah. Last one. I'm gonna clean the top of the head with a rag before I pull them out. Oh, oh yeah. They're all black. Okay. They all seem to have approximately the same gap, but that's a moot point now. Well, now to install the new spark plugs. But first I need to remove the caps that hold the connectors on. Do not want to drop them in the engine compartment like I did removing one. They're coated with a light sheen of oil here, so I'm just gonna pop them in. I hope there's no way to cross thread these. I don't know that for sure though. Easier to reach the spark plugs from this side of the engine, but not removing them or installing them with the wrench because of the heater. Okay, no way am I gonna know how much torque to put on this because this was tight. I just hope it's not cross-threaded. It's not in all the way, I'm just trying to get a feel for this. Next time I do this, I'm going to get an extended spark plug socket. How much torque to compress that? Yeah, okay. That collapsible washer. Lots of machinery noise out here today. That looks about right. Okay, 2 more. This is a tight one. I don't know, man, it's awfully tight. I'm concerned about the tightness. I'm gonna remove it and start over. Yeah, those shiny threads are of concern to me. That looks like it's not following the threading properly. Looking again at the old spark plugs, I can see some threading issues here. A closer look at the threadings here on the engine head. Yeah, they're stressed, but there's still threadings there. Let's go forward with this. Oh my. Well, this one's definitely the stinker. I just gotta get her in there. Or I guess I'd have to have it all re-threaded or have a new head put in. No, I don't like that. I'll go ahead and put this one in. All right, 3 out of 4. I gotta give one of the guys a call at the club. Don't know quite what to do. In response to my request for assistance, Joe Flint from the Sequim Valley Car Club called me last night, and he told me that he has a threading tool for a Model A. But meanwhile, it's okay to make an attempt to screw in the last spark plug using a lot of lubrication. So I'm going to remove it and oil it up, then give it a shot. Nothing to lose at this point. Before I remove this plug, I'm going to apply some 30 weight engine oil here. Get the lubrication process started. Now I'll get some oil on the threads of the spark plug. And a little bit on the inside. Wow. Look at this. I just hand screwed it all the way in. I should be doing this with all the plugs. Now I'll snug it down. Good. I'm going to take a closer look, make sure all 4 plugs are in tight. They look pretty good. Having cleaned up the contact points, I'm going to reinstall the distributor rotor and cap. There's no notch in that, so it's just a matter of lining it up with the clamps here. All right, now for the spark plug connectors. Before reinstalling these spark plug connectors, I lightly sanded both sides of the contact points. And finally, I'll screw on the spark plug connector caps. These came with the spark plugs. I'm done. Ready to start the Model A. Well, at least it started. I'm thinking I need a new distributor cap and rotor, at the very least. Check out the lineup of Model A's. I'd be here too if I could have fixed the engine on my Model A. Got close. Maybe next time.
Good morning over there. Good morning. Glad to see you guys here. Yeah.
So after closer inspection of my videos, I could see that the third plug was not yet fully installed. Maybe that was causing the misfiring. As I expected, the bottom threads are definitely flattened. Well, as was recommended, I'm going to apply a little 30 weight oil to these threads, see if I can get it inserted easier. Well, it doesn't look too beat up here. It must be just eating away at the spark plug threads. Yeah, it goes smoother until I reach that point where I last threaded it in. I'm mashing down the threads as we go here, I'm sure. Oh man, I don't know. Going in easier now. Keep it up. Oh boy, here we go. Get tight again. Do a little back and forth maybe. Well, that back and forth helping a little bit, I think, because I'm just re-threading the spark plug. A little ways to go. I'm taking a visual inspection each time. I don't want to be fooled by the tension. Now I can see the gasket start to turn, meaning it's touching it. Yep. A little bit more. It's my guess. I think that's it. Get this excess oil off the engine block. Don't need any stinky burning oil to confuse things. Let me get a close-up look at all the gaskets. Plugs 1 and 2. The problematic third spark plug. The fourth spark plug. Looks like all four are down tight on the gaskets. Now I'm ready to start the engine a second time. Let's hope that worked.